If Caitlin Clark is the quote-unquote savior, if she's the golden girl, milk it.
Reality is knocking on the door of the porta potty. The truth is finally coming to the light. The same light that is going to be dimming here in about 12 hours when Caitlin Clark is eliminated from the playoffs. I know the mainstream media wants us to believe that the WNBA...
Did you watch the WNBA playoffs without Caitlin Clark? Probably not, and you're not alone. Viewership plummeted from 1.8 million to just 161,000.
Ratings for Game 1 have got to be disappointing for Kat Engelbert and the WNBA front office. There were regular season games this season where Caitlin Clark drew more than 1.8 million viewers. However, I hope Kat Engelbert is ready for disappointment because there's a hell of a lot more of it on the way. There were 3 other games in the WNBA on Sunday night.
That's not just a dip, it's a nosedive. Now everyone's asking, is the WNBA in real trouble without its newest superstar?
Caitlin Clark is clearly a catalyst for a business that was... And let's be honest, Caitlin, to some degree, financially saved the WNBA. It was hemorrhaging money for years. Some people get famous on art.
Let's talk about Clark for a moment. She didn't just arrive, she transformed the game.
From merchandising sales to new sponsorships to television ratings absolutely going through the roof to attendance to sellouts at basketball games to all-star games with record attendance both in person and on television. It is safe to say, North America, that the Caitlin Clark effect has taken over the WNBA at this point.
The Indiana Fever went from a forgotten franchise to playoff contenders, all thanks to Caitlin Clark. Imagine skyrocketing from obscurity to stardom that fast. But here's the scary part. Without Clark, the WNBA is facing empty arenas and TV ratings that are hard to watch.
WNBA ratings are embarrassing without Caitlin Clark. 0 games have sold out in the playoffs. Outside of Caitlin Clark, there was not a single game that eclipsed 500,000 viewers. Hell, they weren't even close to doing that. Once she is eliminated,
it feels like the party's over and everyone's gone home. So now the real question is the WNBA putting all its eggs in one basket, and what happens if that basket breaks? Stick around, because we're diving into why this matters so much for women's basketball. Remember when the Indiana Fever was just another team? Now they're playoff contenders, and it's all because of one player.
This woman is box office, plus she can play, and the combination of the two would ultimately...
But here's the kicker, Caitlin Clark isn't just transforming her team, she's rewriting the entire WNBA playbook.
Put this in its proper perspective. When I think about Caitlin Clark, the operative word that comes to my mind is gratitude.
Let's talk about Clark's rookie season. We're not just looking at impressive stats. These are numbers that make basketball historic.
Well, I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. When we talk about league attendance, the Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,000.
In her playoff debut, Clark became the first rookie in WNBA history to post at least 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. She's not just breaking records, she's redefining what greatness looks like.
See that. We see the capability on the basketball court. She can shoot, she can handle, she certainly can pass, okay? I look at it from that standpoint and I say mad respect. Are there other players in the WNBA?
Because at the end of the day, with her WNBA rookie season complete, most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history.
But wait, it gets even crazier.
10 or more assists in a game. How about that franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game? Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 three-pointers. She did it in 34 games. Most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game, for which she received the most fan votes ever. 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season, regardless of years in the league. That's not a rookie record. That's just a record.
Throughout the entire playoff series, Clark averaged 18 points, 5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game. Guess who else has put up numbers like that in the playoffs? No one, not a single player in WNBA history has matched this stat line. We're talking Michael Jordan territory here, folks. Now, you might be thinking, great stats, But what does this mean for the league? Well, let me paint you a picture.
And the attention that she brought to a woman's league and a women's side, if you will, of the sport is just, I think, hopefully going to have a residual effect for years to come.
Yeah, I think it can't be overstated enough, like what she did to bring eyes to that sport. Whether people want to admit it or not, it's just a fact.
Before Clark, the Indiana Fever was the team you'd barely remember existed. Now, they're must-watch TV.
I'm just looking at some of the numbers here. When we talk about league attendance, the Indiana Fever, all right, with Caitlin Clark, led the league in attendance both home and on the road. Fever averaged 17,000.
But it's not just about what happens on the court. Clark's impact goes far beyond the heart. Clark didn't just elevate the team, she transformed them into contenders.
Trickled up to the WNBA this season as the league has seen unprecedented growth thanks to the emergence of a strong rookie class headlined by #1 overall pick Caitlin Clark. So WNBA released a report recently. Numbers are beyond impressive. Attendance is up 156% from last year, and more than half of all WNBA games this year have been sellouts. This year's televised games are averaging 1.32 million viewers, nearly triple last season's average of 462,000. Continuing, the WNBA's online merchandise store has already set a single season sales record with more than 4 months left in the season, and sales are up 756%.